Hello everyone, this is Miss Stephanie from Let's Talk About It at Willard Library, your social services and youth librarian. Every first Thursday of the month, we try to highlight an organization in the community or Calhoun County. And on today, we are excited to share with you the organization, the Battle Creek Shelter. And so today we have Bishop Tino Smith from Kingdom Builders, and we're just going to go forward with our interview. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for the invite, Lady B.
So it has been announced that the Battle Creek Shelter began working on a transition plan beginning January 1st. It's also referred to as 209. And so we want to dispel any rumors. It's not closing. It's going to be under a new phase of operations in the partnership of Kingdom Builders Worldwide under the direction of Bishop Tino Smith, Dr. Tino Smith.
Yes.
So what the community may not know is that the Kingdom Builders has been providing food services at the shelter since 2021. So today we have Dr. Bishop Tino Smith, who is going to talk about what it looks like to assume day-to-day operational control over the 3-year-old Battle Creek Shelter as of January 1st. So thank you for being here.
Thank you. So the first thing I'd like to share is Brenda Hunt and myself we've had a long-time relationship as the Community Foundation CEO. And so during the pandemic, if you all recall, the shelter did not exist, and you had your normal shelter programs in our city. However, these are not facilities that allow you to stay all night unless you are in the program. Full Blast at the time was housing these patrons, we call them patrons, during this crisis. And you had people at the post office, you had people in the monument with the Sojourner Truth. Sojourner Truth, right? I hear her talking about that. Sojourner Truth.
Yeah.
Sojourner Truth. And she just thought it was a great idea just to kind of start a shelter. So that's the history behind it. Because of her relationship with the Community Foundation, and they knew that she was leaving to return in April of this year, people just started to stipulate that the closing. But in the beginning, so we're talking about the pandemic, so 2020, I was involved with just providing the food.
Okay.
And so I was there from the beginning, and I was helping provide the food just at that moment before we're involved as we are right now. So what you're asking me? You want to know what we do right now?
Yes.
I was in contact with Ms. Hunt, Brenda, regarding how can we keep this vision alive. I personally think that it's almost like I need to work out, right? But I need a trainer. Well, I don't want a trainer, but I need a trainer. I don't want a trainer. Well, you have people like that they're not really looking for programs. They're not really looking for anything. They just need to sleep at night. Yeah. And so that's what a low barrier shelter is all about. You have emergency shelters, you have transitional shelters, you have permanent shelters, you have safe haven. We have those, but we have yet to have had a low barrier. And that's what the Battle Creek Shelter is, Ms. Stephanie. It's a low barrier shelter where anyone can come. As you say in the church, come as you are. The poor will be with you always, and we're not putting those in those categories, but the reality is we're always going to have that population. So what I would do differently is when you have that population, sometimes you don't have no discipline, and you have trouble, and you have crisis, and you have the police department. And so part of Kingdom Builders is I brought in a staff from Kingdom Builders. I've taken some of the staff that were already currently there, and we're just housing and managing the program itself to keep it in a very safe and comfortable environment.
Okay, thank you for the history. Do you have any immediate changes that the community can expect to see that might be different from how it's operating now?
Well, as a former executive at Federal Express, I learned from the beginning, you can't turn a semi around too fast, or
Okay.
you may lose everything. So nothing really shifted, just more of a structure. We have a lot of people coming in. We've got to make sure they're wand. We've got to make sure there's no paraphernalias that can bring harm to people. So we're doing that. We have a great count system where everyone that comes in, it's important that we get a count. Maybe some of those things may have not been, I don't know. I'm not here to criticize any past administration, but that's what we're doing. And then we're bringing in a consistency. The people are aware lunch is at this time, breakfast is at this time, dinner is at this time, and then there's time to go out and do things. We're also providing transportation, since our company do have transportation. So there are people who do have jobs, and we do transport them back and forth to work.
All right. And is there a website that people can go to, or a contact number?
So at this current moment, the website is the actual current website that we're in the process of modifying, from the community foundation to the actual Battle Creek shelter.
Okay.
So I think that's all being worked out. Of course, I will have pieces on my personal website. However, Kingdom Builders is really just the operational body running things, but it's still actually up under the Battle Creek shelter, which is a separate 501c3.
Okay. And so, thank you again for letting people know that the Battle Creek Shelter, also known as 209, is not closing. It's under a new direction, and we are excited to see some of the things that Kingdom Builder is going to do to bring different changes to the shelter. Is there anything that the community can do to support the Battle Creek shelter?
Well, I think the first thing is, which is the question that you and so many people have asked, let's just think about it, Battle Creek. We have about 55,000 people in this community. We know a lot of each other. It doesn't matter what race you are. There's a need for a low barrier shelter. I think that's the first thing. We need to accept that. This cannot be about politics. This cannot be political. Just like, for an example, Lady B is the first lady of her church. I have a church. We've got different types of approach. We've got different type of ministries. We reach different kind of people. You can't just expect Haven to have issues, or you can't expect this group to have it. We are doing different things collectively, trying to fix the young man or the young lady that's in trouble. And so I think the first thing is we need it. I think the first thing the community need to know is we need it. If you would imagine us closing the doors, the city would have noticed it. So the first step, knowing that we need it. And then the second step is the things they can do to contribute, is to create the optimism of, let's support it. If that was your brother, if that was your sister, if that was your father, if that was you, you're not really trying to be told what to do, but you may just need something of comfort at that time. So if that is the case, then make sure we can provide, now we have all the toiletry and all those kind of things, but maybe a gift cards, maybe socks, maybe just think about what you may need. If you are in a shelter and you stand all night long, sometimes we have a problem always trying to assume versus just putting yourself in those shoes. Put yourself in those shoes and ask, what would you need? A blanket. They are sleeping on cots, mats. There are blankets, but they may need a warmer blanket. That's what I would suggest, things of that nature. Personal kits. That's not going to harm people, where they can have their own toothpaste and toothbrush in it, you know, things of that nature. And it would help us if all the things you purchase is clear, so at least we can see what the content consists of.
Okay. So once again, we have Dr. Bishop Tino Smith from Kingdom Builders, who is assuming day-to-day operations for the Battle Creek Shelter. It's located at 209 East Michigan, so sometimes it is referred to as 209. They will not be closing the doors, and they are encouraging the community to get involved any way that they can. Some of the things that the Battle Creek Shelter does provide: safe overnight housing, meals, clothing, showers, case management, supplies while available, mental health treatment, addiction rehabilitation, job training. And all of this is through the partners with other organizations. So it is a 24 hours a day, year-round operated, low barrier, short-term facility. And we appreciate how that organization, that shelter is available for the community. So thank you for your time. Thank you for what you do in the community. Is there other things that Kingdom Builder does that the community may not know about, such as driver's training?
Yes. Well, I think the pandemic really just kind of pushed us out there because at one time all the facilities were closed. And so we have 3 days during the week. We have the seniors come in. Tuesday, they do, I think, Tai Chi. Wednesday, they just do their normal exercise. And Thursday, they do something called Nike twist shoes. I don't know. And then, of course, we do have a driver's training. We are the actually only in the state that's locally owned in the city of Battle Creek, and we teach all over. Shout out to Harbor Creek, who's been very, very supportive of our school. And then, of course, we are constantly providing before and after school breakfast in our commercialized kitchen for all of our children, so no one is going to school hungry. So those are things we do on a consistent basis. We are providing short transportation from a trucking perspective and a semi perspective. So we do expedite freighting. We get freight from Fort Custer area and maybe ship them to Grand Rapids. And so we try to teach and then build and then create jobs for people so they can have their own lives and enjoy what they're supposed to do.
I love that. Can you let them know how you can be contacted?
Oh, wow. I don't like to be contacted. Listen, no, actually, you can always contact the church. And when I say I don't like to be contacted, I have other people that can really probably solve your problem quicker than I could because I'm just dealing with the administrative aspect. But you can contact the church. The website is kingdombuildersworldwide.org. And of course, you can call the church number, which I don't even know the church number by heart. So I'm going to tell you what it is right now. And many of you all have been saying, well, every time we call, we can't get through. We're working on a new technology system. Stephanie and I were just talking about technology. We got a new system where now when you call us, it'll go right to the right person. So bear with us and pray for us, right? But the church number is 269-282-1490. And just give us a call. You leave a message, and I promise you in 24 hours, somebody will contact you. And thank you, Lady Boyd, for having us on the show. And again, thank you, Battle Creek. You guys have been amazing in your overall support. And I think just together, if we keep collectively working together, we can solve the problems that many of us keep saying we have in Battle Creek. I think Battle Creek, you're doing a wonderful job.
I agree. And if you have any questions about different resources that we can connect you with, Willard Library tries to be a hub of information to share resources or information that is available right here in Battle Creek and Calhoun County. My number is 269-968-8166, extension 501. Thank you for listening and have a great day. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.